In this settlement video, we'll take a look around my player tower house home and robot provisioner hub. Got a lot of cool features in this one. There's workshops, there's a 7-story double elevator, and there's a special power armor workstation and launch tube section right at the end. So don't go away, we'll be right into it. Hello everyone, and a massive welcome, or welcome back, to Fallout Play Build Collect. This is another no mod settlement tour, and it's on Xbox One. And this is one of my hubs for my provisioners, and it's fully staffed by robots. And since Graygarden was staffed by robots originally, it seemed like the logical place to do it. So let's head inside. We've got this gatehouse. We have a powered switch with a roller door. This was my first use of the roller door, and this settlement particularly was the first use of most of these DLC pieces that you'll see here. Originally there was just a very basic house here. Let's head up here. We can see I've just got a few little defences up on the top. And a spotlight. And there we can see one of the provisioners. All my provisioners are robots, and they all come into central hubs, and then the hubs are connected. You can see here I've reorganised all of the food. I put them into little groups of 3 usually. Put them in between these little stairs. Made this flat walkway area. Some defences here. All these guard posts are all manned. I have there's another provisioner. I think he's heading off to Oberlin Station, I think. But I have a robot. Oh, he's on his way down now. It's one of the guard robots. And then I have farmer robots, and there's a robot in here as we go into the hydroponic section. You can just see him over there on the right. He's actually there for heavy lifting. I built a robot just purely for carrying things backwards and forwards from missions. Dog meat in his little house. There he is. So this little workbench section that was stuck over here, you can't get rid of some of this stuff. Some of it I didn't want, so I thought these machines looked quite nice. So I put the robot workbench next to them, with these little stairs leading down to it. I thought this looked quite nice together. This section here I changed to the wire mesh floors. I didn't like the way the grass came up through the concrete sections. That's something I don't really like. So if there's a lot of grass in the area, then I'll probably go for the mesh. Here we see these were I think these were the metal shed pieces from the DLC. That was a back door originally. We'll get to that in a second. When this was first built, well, I actually had settlers here, so there are some food around and some beds. Little defensive position at the top. Again, the robot gets up here fine. He's got no problem getting up and into there. I use the Mr. Handy thrusters on the robots because I find it's much easier for them to traverse various terrain. Now, this was a back door. Originally here I had a staircase. I've changed this to just this opening section, because if I get attacked from that direction, I'll just hop into the little power armor there and head out the back and go and deal with that problem. Now, that is the back door to the workshop, and that leads all the way around the building. So let's head into the front of the building. Just a little bit of water there over on the side. You can see this is a 7-story elevator building. And as we walk in, we go through the lift section. And this is fine to just walk through this lift. I like the way you can walk through that. I quite like that as an entrance. That's my drop container storage. That's where all my bits go from missions. Here we are in the reactor room. Wire mesh floors to allow the wiring to pass through. These are the heavy weapons I'd pick up if I needed them for a mission. Everything there just as you need it. Little boardwalk area that comes round. I put quite a bit of defences on. This is plenty of defence. You get attacked from down there under the bridge, as I'm sure you know, and that's plenty of defence. You usually absolutely shred anything that comes anywhere near the settlement. This is my main workshop, and my character on this build is just under level 100, and he'd done almost all of his building here once I moved the character to this location. All my weapons are all done here, and all my armour is all done here. I love this little workshop. Organised everything into its own containers, even things like ammo. A little bit of an RP section with some of this, really. It's not necessary to organise them as I do, but I like to know where everything is. Some simple vault decorations were added later. And another defensive position. These were two of the original turrets. There's the trash can there on the left. Anything when I'm done with bits of parts, when I've finished modifying weapons and armour, it goes in that trash can. Then I just pick them up and take them off to one of the sellers in Diamond City or Good Neighbour or somewhere like that. So let's actually use the lift now this time. Now we've had a look around at the ground floor. This is where I store almost all of the armour once I've sorted it and modified it. You can see there they're all labelled for all the different types. Weapons are in the red boxes on top, so it's all weapons and armour. And then on the mannequins I have most of the unique items in the game. So I'd like to keep them on mannequins so you can see them, and I was putting them on various times with different missions, different things suit certain circumstances. And there's actually more than one of everything on some of these things. You've got different hats and goggles, and I changed them round and like to mess about with how things look. A little bit of an observational area. More storage, porch on the outside there which I didn't open and go out on. I hid a safe under this unit, and this is the player's desk, and on the left there you can see the door out to the porch that I didn't go out onto. Observational deck, pretty simple. You can see how everything's all glitched into the side of this hill. So let's head up to the next floor. And we have the player's apartment level up here. Nothing too dramatic. It's just a simple player home. Of course, most of the facilities you need are downstairs, so just the bed really. Little dining area outside here. Originally it was a nice sunny day. I put the firework mortar on and made it sunny. But it kept raining almost immediately, and I thought, you know what, I think it suits this settlement. That moody, rainy atmosphere. Hope you don't mind that. Let me know if you'd rather have them sunny. If that's something you'd rather see, let me know in the comments. This is the transfer level. Now originally when you come out this way, I was just going to have a building here that you go straight into the building, so you wouldn't even know that you was up on the freeway section here. This was meant to be a temporary building that I put all of the armours in. I was going to have one of every armour all set up in a massive building. Obviously it was going to be much bigger than this. The reason I never went back and changed that was build limit. Once I started to get way over the build limit and there was so much more I wanted to do here, I abandoned that section and just put the armours down onto the second level as you saw earlier. Thought it best to save the build limit for more ambitious projects, like what I had in mind for the top floor, which is where we're about to head, so stay with me. So as we come up to the top level now, this was going to be originally a landing pad. But as it turns out, the landing pad doesn't work at all. The vertibird will not land up here, and it won't pick you up from here. So I built a landing pad up here for absolutely nothing. So thanks a lot, Bethesda. No, I'm joking, I think this is probably the best game of all time. So, my bad. Should have checked it first. I built an observation deck up here. I like high observation areas. Wasteland's a dangerous place, right? So it makes sense to me that you'd want to come up. You can see the roads in and out. You can see where all the provisioners coming in and out from here. You'd see anybody coming from miles away if you had guards up here. I haven't got any guards up here. I was thinking about possibly putting a robot up there at some point with 3 guard posts so he just stays up there. So after I abandoned my helipad idea, I changed this to a power armor workstation. I really wanted a launch area. I grew up watching Battlestar Galactica and Thunderbirds and things like that, and that was something I really wanted. Something where I could launch my power armor. And if you've seen my Starlight driving build, if you haven't, I'll put a link in the description. I had a launch area there, but here's the idea I came up with this. And please bear with me as I don my thruster power armor, head to the launch tube. Come into the launch tube, you get the green light and you're away. And we launch and thrust out. Like a proper sci-fi hero. Thank you, Bethesda. Childhood dreams come true. Thought it might be nice to see the settlement from a few different angles, so I'll just let this play in the background here. Went through this one quite quickly, so if there's anything else you want to know about the settlement, just ask me in the comments. I'll be happy to go back and do another video and show how any of this was done. I'd like to know what you've done at Graygarden. Let me know in the comments. I'd really like to know, what do you think of this? Do you think it's a good idea? Have you tried to do something like this before? What did you do with the lifts? Has anybody ever done anything with multiple lifts? This is something I tried for the first time here. I quite like how it's come out. It was a one-off. It was a first-time experiment. I haven't done anything like this since. It was quite a massive project for resources, as this was actually a playthrough build. It was very difficult to gather the resources in a playthrough for this, but I'm sure some people with some of the mods on, with infinite resources and whatnot, would come up with far more complicated builds. But as an actual playthrough build, this was very, very difficult to gather everything. So the idea, this is the sort of view I had of sort of Tony Stark's house out on the mountainside. And it started from there and just kept going up and up and up, eventually on top of the freeway. Quite like the way it's come out. Hopefully you guys liked it too. I'm currently working on a few more videos, so those should be out for you soon. Stay tuned to the channel. Like and subscribe if you can, and hit the notification bell. You'll see when I put them live. Thanks to everybody for all their support so far. Means a huge amount to me. Stay safe, enjoy your gaming, and I'll catch you in the next video. Don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so we can let you know when new videos go live. Thanks again for watching.